Hi, I'm Ralph. Welcome to my kitchen. Have you ever been on a diet? Any time in your life? I know I have. Multiple diets, multiple times. In fact, I just started a new one a few days ago, and it's actually pretty good, going pretty good. Thank you for all my viewers that have pointed out the need for me to drop a few pounds. But I knew I had to do it anyway because I have put on a lot of weight since I started this channel. But that brings me to today's show. When you go on these diets, they put out the books, they put out websites, they put out videos, and they describe the programs to you, and then they toss in some of these helpful recipes. Have you looked at those recipes? Are those recipes anything that you would like to eat? They seem to use a lot of ingredients that sometimes I've never heard of. Don't know where I would find them. They're certainly not in my pantry. And yet they seem to say, you'll never miss the regular items. Just substitute this. Really? I don't know about that. But this program that I'm on now, like I say, it seems to be a pretty good program. I actually have started losing some weight and I'm not hungry at all. So I was watching the doctor and his registered dietitian who works with him in a YouTube video. Now, at one point during this video, the registered dietitian gives this recipe. And I'm thinking to myself, that doesn't sound that weird. It sounds like it might actually be fairly good. It was a recipe for a dessert or a snack. It's using apples, and in this case, she was recommending Honeycrisp or a brand new type of apple out called a Cosmic Crisp. Both very good apples. I'm going to use the Honeycrisp today. And they were kind of combining it with some Greek yogurt, some peanut butter in one form or another. We're going to do two different forms, and baking chocolate, because they're trying to eliminate the sugar from these things. So you're getting your sweetness primarily from the apples. And what she said was, this is going to taste pretty much like one of those Reese's peanut butter cups, only with apples. I'm going, I like apples. I like Reese's peanut butter cups. This sounds like a win-win. I'm going to give this a try. In fact, I'm going to give this a try on the show and share it with everybody. And we will see if this works. So we may or may not have a big surprise at the end of this. A surprise, yay, it works, or a surprise, I don't know. We won't know until the very end here, will we? She was recommending using a powdered peanut butter, which, I had to go out and buy powdered peanut butter because it's not something I normally keep around the house. But the doctor said, yeah, using a regular creamy peanut butter would also work, which is why I'm going to do this same recipe, but two different little batches here, mini batches, just substituting one peanut butter form for the other. So maybe we'll find out if it makes a difference or not. Let's get started. Like I say, she gave the ingredients. She did not give how much of the ingredients. So I'm going to be eyeballing this. And I just got a big container of the Greek yogurt. So I'm just going to put a generous dollop in there, enough that I think would cover the apples. This represents half an apple, and what's on the cutting board represents another half of the apple. We'll see if that's going to be enough. Here is the baking chocolate, and I'll put 1 tablespoon of that in each. I'm going to put a big old tablespoon of the powdered peanut butter into that. In fact, I like peanut butter a lot, and I think Reese's peanut butter cup actually has more peanut butter than chocolate in it. So I'm just going to go a little bit heavier on that. Now, this one, I'm going to put a little bit of real peanut butter in. I don't know how that's going to mix up. We'll find out here pretty quickly. Half an apple in one. Oh gosh, I actually meant to stir this up first. I'll go ahead and stir this up because this is going to be easier to blend the apples in after all the dry mixture is mixed up. I'm sure of that. Now, if y'all have any hints for me about diets that have worked for you in the past, go ahead and leave comments down below, or diets that you think everybody ought to totally avoid. I think I need to get some of that peanut butter out of there. That is blending up pretty nicely. You can kind of see that. Now, let's see how the other one's doing. This is going to be a little bit harder because I put the apples in, and I probably shouldn't have yet. But luckily, I don't have a thick peanut butter in there. I've just got the peanut butter powder, so that's going to be a little bit easier to blend in here. I think I might need maybe a dollop more of the yogurt. Now, this is plain yogurt, but I don't see why vanilla Greek yogurt wouldn't work just as well. Like I say, since I put the apples in here first, it is a little bit more difficult to blend up. But it's coming along okay. It's just not going together as quickly as the first one did, because you're having to kind of work around those lumpy apples. That's basically how that is coming out. Let's go ahead and put the apples into this one. This represents a half an apple, and your typical Honey Crisp is a pretty good size apple. But since she didn't actually give directions other than the main ingredients, we can't be screwing it up, right? Okay, I think we've got them both done. Can you see how they've turned out? Maybe give you another view over here. This is the one with the powdered peanut butter. This is the regular peanut butter. So now the taste test. And just so you don't worry, just because I'm on a diet does not mean I'm going to be changing up the format of the channel and just doing diet food. No fear. I'm going to still be making all the good, full, fattening and sugary stuff for you guys. I'm just going to have to limit how much I have of it. But let's see how this tastes. This is the powdered. Okay. That's interesting. I'm really loving the texture and the crunch of the apples. I'm getting that chocolatey flavor. Not like a milk chocolate flavor, but a definite chocolate flavor. Not picking up on the peanut butter a whole lot. It's not terrible. If you were on a diet and you just really wanted a dessert or a snack, that might fit the bill. Let's see how the one with the real peanut butter is. Okay. Again, obviously going to be picking up on that crunch. You're getting the sweetness from the apple. I am picking up more peanut butter flavor from the one that had the real peanut butter in it, much more so than the powdered peanut butter. So if you do this, you might consider using the real peanut butter. Don't go to the expense of going out and finding the powdered peanut butter. Now there is a big difference in calories. Powdered peanut butter, I believe it's 60 calories, and the regular peanut butter is more like 140. But both of them are going to be adding protein to this, so it's a good dessert. Well, it's passable dessert. Would I do it if I were not on a diet? No, I don't think so. But if you are on a diet, I think it's probably a good choice. So give it a shot. With that said, hey, thanks for joining me. Leave a comment below, please. Maybe hit that like button because it really helps me out. And I'd love to have you as a subscriber because I get some of my best ideas from my subscribers. So with that said, thanks for joining me. I will catch y'all the next time. Bye-bye.